Vinco Ventures stock, BBIG, surges ahead of CRYPTYDE Spinoff. What's going on, my friends? It's your man Adam Ace Spencer here with another video diving into my baby, BBIG, Vinco Ventures. And as you just read, this baby was running today. Now, of course, yeah, after hours didn't really end so hot. We'll dive into that in a moment. But let's just you might be like, what's going on? What's popping with BBIG? I heard you mention BBIG like 3 months ago, or a month ago, or 6 months ago. Well, I got you guys covered. Vinco Ventures is one of the few stocks in the green on Wednesday, as investors anticipate the spinoff of its CRYPTYDE arm. Now, one thing I want to say really quickly is, you notice they said one of the few stocks in the green. So I'm gonna elaborate on that little key part there in a moment, why I'm not worried about, like I said, it kind of falling off a bit after hours. It says, as the market closed on Wednesday, Vinco shareholders will receive 1 share of CRYPTYDE common stock for every 10 shares of Vinco BBIG held. A company release adds the share dividend is expected to be distributed on or about May 27th. Now, notice they made a conscious effort. They made it clear. They didn't say it's on May 27th. A lot of people out there don't realize it's on or about. It doesn't mean it's absolutely coming on the 27th. So keep that in mind. It says the newly separated company is expected to become an independent blockchain technology company focused on consumer adoption of smart contract technologies and general disruption of consumer-facing industries. After the separation is completed, CRYPTYDE common stock is expected to trade on the Nasdaq under ticker Tyde, while Vinco BBIG will continue under its existing symbol. Shares of the latter firm popped 18% at intraday highs, building upon over 30% gains for the full week. Now, my friends, as you guys know, this isn't legal or financial advice, and I'm being transparent that I do own shares of Vinco Ventures, BBIG stock. And today, yes, as you see over here, even just let's go back to the past 5 days. To me, this is a kind of a positive and a healthy incline. Like, yes, it's been fairly, stagnant in certain times, certain areas, but again, from the 5-day standpoint of view, you do see a incline, an increase from where we started to where it ended. And at times it's ran up a bit, and it does kind of looks like it hits a wall, and then they kind of push it down. But at least it's not dropping lower than these previous, lows over here that we were at. So if we're going to ultimately be in a position where we can continue to create higher highs and higher lows, I'm all with it. That is good news, positive news, something that I can run with. And, I know you go into like the Weeble comment section, and I'm sure shorts are loving where we're at right now because they were scared as heck, which they should be. I don't know why they're even still in there, still playing this game right now. Like, to me, it's insane. And all this, the synthetic shares that we see out there and or don't see, we do see it though. That's the thing. It's like, yeah, we don't see it, but we do. In the dark pools and all that BS, like, yeah, they're hard at work. They have been fighting to keep this down as long as possible. But, the time has come, and, it might not necessarily just like rip immediately. I kind of think it will. But then there might be like a fall down and might come back down a bit. But I think after that, it will continue to make progress, like over the coming months or 2 months, 3 months, which, hey, I'm hoping, I guess, Overstock, we get like an Overstock 2.0 with BBIG. Go look up Overstock performance of when they had their little spinoff and whatnot. And yeah, you see some, you see where we potentially can go and what we potentially could do. But again, after hours, it's pretty much like, oh, the end of the day came and it just like crashed, right? It kind of just like tanked compared to, that nice run up that we had. And, it was still battling to get back up there. Looks like they had a wall at about $3.40. They did not want us to get above that, you can tell. But part of the reason also, you got to keep in mind that BBIG may have potentially took such a big hit is not just because of BBIG, but instead of the overall market. Now, again, you go into certain threads and areas and you'll see shorts and, all this FUD, people saying it's just BBIG, trying to make it out like it's only BBIG and, Vinco Ventures is this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, the Dow drops 11,000 points for its biggest decline since 2020 as the sell-off of this year on Wall Street intensifies. And I'm not going to read this whole thing, but again, the Dow Jones Industrial Averages posted its biggest loss since 2020 on Wednesday after another major retailer warned of rising cost pressures, confirming investors' worst fears over rising inflation and rekindling the brutal 2022 sell-off. And it says, as we continue on, I just mentioned those Dow numbers. Dow shed 1,164.52 points, or 3.57%. The average's biggest decline since June 2020. It was the lowest close for the Dow since March 2021. The S&P traded 4.04% lower to 3,923.68. Also the worst drop since June 2020. And lastly, the NASDAQ composite slipped 4.73% to 11,418.15, which is the largest fall in the tech-heavy index since May 5th. The selling was broad and intense on Wall Street, with just 8 members of the S&P 500 in the green. Only 8 members of the S&P 500 in the green. Again, people will try to make it seem like it's just BBIG, like it's just Vinco Ventures and not the whole market as a whole. So knowing that we have still been able to withstand and maintain even now, like, hey, it looks like it doesn't want to fall below 250, right? It looks like they're keeping it up there over 260, over 250. That's fantastic. Tomorrow morning, it might potentially dip a little bit more, but I don't care. I'm holding. I want my free CRYPTYDE stocks, and that's what I'm going to get as a result of holding BBIG. So, my friends, let me know what you think. Do you currently have Vinco Ventures BBIG stock? And if so, are you in it because you want to get your free Tyde? Or, you're just like, hey, I just want to enjoy the ride. I know it's going to rip at some point over the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I'm just going to enjoy that ride, and I don't care about CRYPTYDE. And that's fine. Everyone, to each his own. It might make more sense to do that, right? Maybe not. Me personally, I'm like, hey, I'm going to get some free stocks of CRYPTYDE, of Tyde, and, I'm going to do me, right? After that, you can sell at that point your BBIG. Now, maybe it might have a hard fall prior to that point. Maybe not. Maybe they have some more news, another catalyst that will help keep it high, if not propel it even higher. Who knows, right? I don't know. But all I can say is I personally am not worried about external factors right now with BBIG, considering what is currently on our plate for the rest of this month and potentially what might come as a result of this over the next 2-3 months. So, hey, I'm going to wrap it up there. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you haven't, definitely smash that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm, so more people out there will have a better chance to know about BBIG, Vinco Ventures stock. And, of course, if you guys are on Weibo, feel free to look a brother up. Ace Spencer is my name. I do try to post there here and there. I love following all y'all shorts and talking ish to y'all because y'all like talking ish to me. So, we going to play the game together. Have a little fun. I don't care. If you want to short it, do you. Make your money. I'm not going to hate, but come on, let's keep things like, in like a healthy, fun environment. I don't know. I do see some of y'all out there who be wilding a little bit much. It's like, this dude got some issues, but hey, to each his own, to each his own. Just don't get caught in a bear trap. My friends, I'm going to wrap it up there. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, but you already know I got to keep it moving, but I'll see you in the next video. Peace.